Scaling comp did not work for AL in game number 1, but it did in game 2 after, of course, they had a couple of things go their way towards the mid-game. That's what BLG are going to hope for this time around. We're our defending champions.
Meanwhile, River Control, Tarzan has a nice clear, and this 3v3 is very AL favored if they're able to find it. But yeah, Shadow pushing this up.
Zenith Blade does land onto Elk. Heroic Charge not connecting in terms of a stun, but Tarzan flashes over the wall to try to lock down Elk. One more auto will do it. First blood picked up for Hope as AL finally are able to strike first in a game. It's traded. Bin doesn't have any mana. It's fine. Get the grub started up. Ooh, bullet time into the Solar Flare combo is chunking on down, but the Paranoia comes out. It looks like Shadow wants to rejoin the fight. He gets immediately stunned up though, and AL could be in some trouble. Tibbers comes out from Shanks. It's already 2 for 1 in favor of anyone's Legends as Shanks picks himself up a double kill. But here comes Elk. He has that ultimate available and he is now fully unlocked. The empowered W comes through. Another stun comes out, and Knight evens up the fight, and they're looking for more. Hope and Kyle are on the run, and they should be able to survive. But Elk crucially hitting that ultimate at the right time and transcending here in this game 3.
At the moment, Elk still in the swap scenario. He's keeping that wave as far back as he can. And I will say from all this, Flandre is already behind Bin. And once you fall behind as Renekton and the Ornn, you do not get back into this matchup as Grass Renekton.
About the scaling though.
Yeah.
Have sent 4 members down. Oh, nicely done by the Keeper's Verdict. They're going to now send Knight into a 4v1. The double up will seal the deal. Really nicely done by anyone's Legends to get that kill.
Tarzan, big play from him. 2 for 1 in favor of BLG. Looks like Flandre actually might have sniped one away. As AL has 1 grub.
Wow,
Not exactly sure where that happened, yeah.
Shank with the Nashor's Tooth as well. But BLG looking for another play, this time again onto Tarzan, onto Flandre, I should say, who does not have his ultimate. It was already used, and it should be an easy kill picked up for them, getting it into the hands of Bin.
Stack that one up. Oh, Elk. This is big.
Caught out here by the Zenith Blade. Tarzan with the heroic charge forward as well. Elk pops the ultimate, gets exhausted though, but now we can start to kite as On and Knight have joined the party. Here's the bullet time. Tibbers though landing onto Kyle. They should be able to take down the Nautilus. And Hope is able to get kill number 3 on the game. Yeah, I mean, this is why you pick the early game Misfortune, at least for now. It's been the more effective ADC in the first 14 minutes of the game. The question is, obviously, once the second, third items come in, how much will that change? Yeah, Elk's still only at that Kraken Slayer. Nothing else in terms of even a portion of a second item completed. Look at
Knight's not going to be
on the
spotted.
flank. Oh! Keeper's Verdict sends On away as the Herald's been secured by Shadow. There's Knight fighting a 2-man Tibbers and taking down the Misfortune. Is traded back as Shadow does fall, and Flandre's fighting a 1v3 with the Dominus, doing himself a lot of work. He'll eventually go down as Bin picks up the kill, but Shanks now has to go on the run, and anyone's Legends lose out on the fight, at least for now. Tarzan trying to hunt down Knight, but now Kyle could be targeted by the Searing Charge. Depth Charge lands in as Kyle steps way too far forward, and BLG will be able to claim themselves another.
Beautiful fight and flank set up by Knight. BLG find the reset amongst the Herald and actually sneak Knight in to have just an absolutely sick angle against the Flashless Hope.
Out of nowhere, looking to try to save this play a little bit. As Shanks has that lethal tempo fully proc, they'll make it a 1-for-1. Support for jungler will still benefit BLG.
Not very useful. So it's Knight and Shadow running the distraction for the Yunara. The way that we drew up this comp when talking about it coming out of Draft Grapes, that's exactly how BLG wants to play it. They executed it beautifully there. Knight had on the ante. So I think a lot of the momentum pretty dead here for AL.
Yeah, actually, take a look at the gold. Down to 2,000 after
it's a little concerning.
Last fight. Sent away by the Keeper's Verdict.
Can they
at least
get
a
out,
big
though?
amount of chunk damage, but here comes the Paranoia. As Shadow going to try to join the fight once again. Call the Forge God lands onto Hope, and the Misfortune is down for the count.
Took a weird rune for me and is just behind in this game and not useful.
He's so poor.
And I think that this game is just all BLG.
Yeah, gets targeted here. That grass not going to help you too much as Elk's going to get on the board once again. 4-1-3 on the Yunara. And oh boy, can start to see things falling apart for your defending champions. Anyone's Legends have started up the Otacon, but they will not be able to do it without their top laner.
Why is this Treads plus Sterax? Because I really feel like Renekton kind of needs the steel caps.
Oh, going for a play onto Shanks. Nicely timed Tibbers coming in from Knight. It's going to allow for the Paranoia to rain down onto Shanks. The Azir is down for the next 40 seconds. 5v4 on the map, and BLG should own this Otacon.
Nectin's on the flank. We'll see what he can do as Tarzan's being forced out by Bin. Control ward and a ward across the pit. And AL, they're giving. It's going to be Dragon time. So,
yep.
Otacon for Soul Point. Advantage BLG, because I think the BLG has kind of reached critical mass here. I don't see how AL can win fights in the BLG at this point of the game.
AL, they had their game plan be the early game, and while they had gotten some kills, some advantages, it was not nearly enough. As the Otacon now goes the way of Bilibili.
Dude, they don't even get this.
Will get
they
themselves
don't get this.
Soul Point, but they don't even necessarily have the ability to finish this one off. Shadow doesn't have his paranoia, though. It looks like they're going to prioritize mid lane as teleport comes in from Shanks. So they will get themselves a third dragon, but it's going to cost them a whole lot of waves and maybe some turrets.
Yeah, if I'm BLG, that's fine. Like them just even bluffing that they could fight that, which I think they could if Shanks doesn't decide to TP, but that just opens up 2 more turrets for BLG. So that TP was, let's just say that Otacon and 2 turrets lost for Soul Point. That's quite the investment, Grapes. That's like buying GameStop at 60. For financial advice, or league advice for that matter.
It looks like Shanks might be in some trouble once again. The paranoia comes on top of him. It looks like a nice Emperor's Divide, though. He's going to buy a little bit of time. Shadow is taken low.
Good flash.
Going
Good
in
TP.
with the Empowered W, and Shanks able to get himself out of the way. Tarzan heals up nice with the Thunder Sky. The bullet time should be able to take one down, as Knight has made it a 1-for-1. And now Flandra has the dominance. Elk is in severe danger, but he flashes over the wall to keep himself alive. Call the Force God lands onto 2, and AL are trying to chase after getting a 1-for-1, but they are all out of juice and will not be able to secure another kill.
And Ornn cannot be contested on any side lane either at this point of the game.
Yeah, I mean, Elk has to be taken down. No exception if AL want to have any chance of winning a team fight that secures them anything more than just an even numbers game at the end of the day. Take down Elk first. The rest of BLG really, their composition is meant to play around this Yunara. If the Yunara is dead, very hard to win out after that. So
I don't think it matters all too much.
Oh, wow, they're giving it.
Yeah, I don't see a world where AL can fight this.
Elk is singled out. He gets the kills. It's going to be okay for now, and he will eventually get taken down. Tarzan will fall. And now the Call of the Forge God has been opened up and only finds Flandra. Kyle very low. The Empowered W going to slow him down. Elk gets another kill. And in comes Shadow, fresh from taking the dragon. And it should be enough. They finally end up taking down Elk, but it is just a mere consolation. An ace picked up for BLG.
By BLG on the exit. Knight's going to actually TP to make this Baron work. And this Baron is not taken fast enough to go defend the Infernal Soul. You're going to be fighting Infernal Soul on bad conditions. You're going to have to walk there if you want to fight it. Just ends up kind of getting mauled by this Yunara. That was
Dragon's
Baron
gone.
For Infernal Soul. That is frustrating.
Will he win the fight afterwards, though? Kyle on a one-way journey to try to help escort the rest of his team, but look at Bin. He's getting singled out to 1v4 himself. He's able to stay alive for a little bit, though. Call the Forge God does land, and now Flandra is taken very low. He's about half HP with the Dominus already popped. He slices away, but in goes Shadow. Looking to try to dive onto the back line by himself. He almost takes down Hope single-handedly, but the Guardian Angel is going to slow down his continued assault. The bullet time comes out. Elk is going a lot when it's not enough. Hope saves the day with his bullet time.
That was a massive R from Hope and a big throw from BLG as Shadow goes way too deep on the Nocturne. Bin's going to take the turret and clean some stuff up, but you just gave away Soul.
Very shortly as well.
I just hope at the end of this game that if AL wins, that Flandre just types stopgap. That's really all I care about.
Solar Flare lands onto On. It could be enough. There's the support down, and the Keeper's Verdict knocks away Knight. Elk still alive, though. Look at the damage that he's able to do. Transcend it, but the bullet time's going to zone him away. Shanks with the lethal tempo proc still doing a ton as well. AL somehow keeping themselves in business here.
Like, I will send anyone back to complete that, or IE, you know.
Worried though. Instead, they're going for a play onto Bin. They land the Solar Flare. It is on tonight. He goes golden. Will be able to stay alive for a little bit, but surely should go down as Shanks picked up the gold. Call the Force God lands onto Tarzan. They find a stun onto Elk. The Guardian Angel, though, has still not been procced. Shadow gets shuffled away as it's a crazy combat in the mid lane. Elk's gonna have to head back to base as the Guardian Angel will expire and send Shadow to the grave. AL win the fight with Baron spawned.
And BLG with the throw again, they have to go into an Infernal Soul. Yes, they have the scaling advantage, but the setups have been better for AL as, oh no, not another negative trade. You do not want to trade
Baron for Elder. I mean, they're
going
to have to do it.
They did.
Can Shanks TP in?
No.
All too late.
Did we just throw out the book on League of Legends macro in this series?
And now Kael's dead. Oh no! Elk gets the kill.
What is going on?
AL side down for the next 5 seconds. Anyone's Legends cannot fight Bilibili Gaming at this point, and they might just have to. Call the Forge God lands onto Hope. Paranoia's out. This Misfortune is in so much danger. He goes down. Flandra goes down. That just might be the game, Cubby.
GA, he's already selling it for other items. And
Hope
it's
is
just
dead
has to be
still for 20. They're going to have to try to at least break open 2 inhibitors, if not finish off the game. On looking for a depth charge, not finding it just yet. Biding their time are Bilibili Gaming. They know they still have the scaling in their advantage. They take 2 inhibitors. Tarzan is back up at full HP. They will not be able to end the game with Hope spawning in 2. But what a big edge turned over by BLG.
L1 Azir or late game Yunara is Elder forcing
again. Same time, same place, right on to Hope they go. It is a trade for Shadow, though, with the Elder still available for 10 more seconds. The Burn's going to still try to come in. Bin picks up the execute, but Shanks finds the shuffle. Guardian Angel and Elk is down, but the Elder is still alive. Bin gets a double kill, but finally Hope has fallen. It is Flandra and Kael trying to save the game, but On and Knight are just too tanky. Bin trying to dash forward. It is a 3v2 across the map. The Elder has expired, and AL will somehow hold the line.
Grips, the chaos continues. Nothing. Wait, we're TPing? I know he goes down. That's a game-saving play.
Flandra? He TP's in. He's going to try to find a flank onto Knight, but he keeps himself alive for a long time. Call the Forge God comes out. Flandra will go down. The bullet time going to try to light down a Bin, but he cancels him with a searing charge, and in comes the Paranoia. But Shanks is still alive. He uses the shuffle to get Shadow away, as still Bin is alive on the back line. Tarzan going to try to find the kill on a Knight. He has the control ward. Knight will go golden. Kyle going in on Knight somehow still alive, as BLG are waiting for their hero to arrive. It is Elk on the Yunara in a 4v4.
Tarzan tried to do something so sick there. He was queuing and trying to get a Knight who was coming out of Zanya's to die. Was not able to connect with it. Remember, for me, Flandre to spot him out so they know he's in the brush.
Yeah, they see Bin there too. AL have to go forward because they know the game will end if the Elder goes over, as Knight is waiting with his stun in hand, looking for a Tibbers. He finds it onto Flandra, but the Renekton has gone tanky at this point. But look at Elk, he is unlocked, and he takes down Kael. Call the Forge God will come through. Zanya's already popped from Shanks. It might be too late though. The bullet time doing a lot of damage, and Flandra takes down Elk. Knight is getting chased down by the big old crocodile too. He'll get himself a double kill before falling. Hope is still alive, but he's going up against an 8-0 Bin, but he gets yeeted away by Tarzan.
Look at the
still,
Nexus. Where's
AL
the Nexus
will
at?
survive.
Both turrets are down for the Nexus. That's just going to be Elder. There are no more turrets up to kill the creeps. They're taking
Tarzan's
damage
still
on the
up.
Nexus. Hope just canceled his recall. They're seeing them hit the pink ward. They can. There's not a lot of damage for this. I think they're going to try and play it. Wait, the inhibs respawn. The inhibs respawn.
A huge break here for anyone's Legend. On, Dredge lines onto the wall. That might be enough. Hope very strong at this point too. Searing charge does not connect. There's a TP in 30 seconds on Knight. Got to keep your eyes on that, as the Elder Dragon is still up. Nobody wanting to fully take it down, as both junglers are available with their smites online.
Shadow is ult.
Shadow going forward, looking for a flank. Here's the Orn Horn, as On has already fallen. It finds onto Hope. The Guardian Angel's been popped, but Tarzan now is able to take down the Nocturne, and AL can go towards the Elder.
Look at Shadow. He has ult up. He's dead. Just wait for the ult if you're going to take the fight, but Hope could win that. He has all the lifesteal in the world, and BLG find a way to throw the game again.
What is happening, man? Elder Dragon secured by AL. They will turn their sights next to the Baron with Shadow down for 35.
Out of his goddamn mind, he's traded out his last item like 3 or 4 times. But the finds that we've had, I think especially from Shanks, it's been a tough split for Shanks for more reasons than just inside the game, which we talked about earlier. But
Zanya's Hourglass just to try to keep himself alive upon a collapse from Knight, Elk, or anybody else. As now the BLG base is the one being targeted. Important to note, there is an open Nexus on the other side if AL do falter, but the inhibit mid is down, and one more wave is crashing in for the defending chance to try to take down BLG. Teleport coming in. It's Knight looking for a flank, but he's very far away.
Was spotted.
They're waiting for Shadow to pull the trigger here with his Paranoia. But already Elk is taken very low. He's at half HP. Look at the damage that the Elder's able to do. He had the GA. He should be able to revive at least.
I think if... Oh, wait, they haven't... Okay, they should see that ward be disabled. You can see Shanks is... Yeah, he's looking for Knight. Actually casted that turret one further back. If he stops the... Oh... If he found Knight there, they could have chased him out, and I think they could have played this much more aggressively.
30 seconds left of the Elder Bird. Ornhorn lands onto 2. Dredge line is canceled here by the Steadfast Princess. Knight finds the ulti. But it's going to be Shanks popping the Zanya's hourglass. Bullet time comes out. Elk gets the kill. But his Guardian Angel has been procced. Here's the rest of the fight. Flandre looking to close the gap, but he won't be able to do so. What? Tarzan, the last survivor other than the GA. A teleport coming back in as Shanks went back to base. And he's going to try to rejoin the fight. Elder available for 5 more seconds, but they will not be able to end the game.
What the? Somehow, at every step, this game just continues to find ways to be
Shanks with the Shurima shuffle takes down Elk, and now there is no more carries alive unless you count Knight. He does a little bit of damage, but he gets taken down. The Nexus is exposed. Only Tarzan is alive. Somehow BLG hold it.
We've gone Nexus to Nexus for both teams, with both monster objectives being traded across. And now we can dive back into the game. Plugs are done. Let's see who has the pro diff in this one. It's AL. Oh, it's already been started.
Solar Flare, yes. It's BLG starting up the Elder Dragon. Depth charge lands onto Tarzan. They're going to try to box out the Poppy, but he's able to get into the pit. It's going to be everybody into the Elder Dragon pit. Who's going to get in the bullet time, though? It knocks down Knight. Guardian Angel's already been popped by Shadow. The Elder's still up. It gets claimed by Tarzan. And anyone's legends from Death's Door will come all the way back. And in 50 minutes' time, we'll hand Bilibili Gaming their first loss of Split 3.
AL, welcome back. It was not a great first round robin for you, but what a way to kick off the second round robin, winning what has been hands down the most chaotic game that I've seen all year in the LPL, and it's been off the back of hope. Yunara late game be damned. BLG's perfect record so far in the LPL be damned. Welcome back, Pandas.
It was a long road throughout the first round robin, throughout this 3-game series, but AL can rejoice as they have taken down BLG.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.